And we are live, gentlemen. Welcome to another Babylon 5 discussion stream. Once again, CT is late as usual, and we are a bit late uh, for obvious reasons. Everybody had something going on a bit. But today we are discussing the last two episodes of Season 1 of Babylon 5, which is The Quality of Mercy and Chrysalis. Alright, so let's start off with the first episode, Quality of Mercy. Alright, so what do you guys remember about this episode?
It's been a while.
Well, thankfully, I do have notes, so just give me 2 seconds. Alright, so one of my notes says, is Londo saying, I'll be in touch this. I'm assuming that there's some sort of a, innuendo there or something. Linear religious cast is boring. Oh yeah. So this the episode of okay, I'm starting to remember a bit. If I recall correctly, this was Londo trying to beg people for money, or at least to get some sort of deal with another group. So he was working, or he was, if I recall correctly, hanging out with Lanier to discuss business and political stuff.
Ah, yes. And then, uh, and then Londo made one crucial mistake.
We'll get to that, but then there's it cuts to, if I recall correctly, um, Franklin having an illegal clinic. Uh, because not everybody above can, because he's up and down below, Brown sector.
Yeah.
Not everybody there can afford a good doctor, so he's volunteering his services there. And of course, Ivanova finds out, and she's like, normally we can't do this, is not against regulations. And then she decides to join in because that's just the type of person she is. So if I'm gonna, share in some of the credit, I may as well share in some of the blame.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And then it goes to, I can't remember the name of the criminal's name, but he's being sentenced for like a bunch of like murders that he did, and they're going to pretty much recondition his mind. Basically, wipe out his old identity and then put somebody new there. Now,
Okay, I remember.
I don't know how to feel about this because, like, at one instance, like, obviously, prison systems are too full, so they can't just, like, throw him into some prison. But at the same time, you're also literally wiping away some dude's identity completely.
Yeah, the ethics there are very
Like,
pretty controversial.
yeah, like, I get it. I get it. Like, you wipe away his mind, program something new. Maybe he'll be less of a menace and better for society. But at the same time, I'm like, you're literally brainwashing someone to be good. I didn't like it in The Mandalorian, and I sure as heck don't like it here.
Yeah, the ethics behind it raises a lot of questions and a lot of concerns. You
But it's okay
especially
when the
like for
Jedi
the
do it.
victims.
What'd you say, Niles?
But it's okay when the Jedi do it. Revan.
Yeah, it's not okay when the Jedi do. It never is okay when that sort of thing is done.
It's not okay if the bad guys do it. It'll never be okay when the good guys do it.
That's fair.
Like genuine redemption should be earned. It shouldn't just be like thrust and forced upon some. But yeah, I at the same time, like, I get the practicality of it, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, this don't sit right with me.
Yeah.
And then
No.
of course, there's another illegal clinic that people are visiting that's not Franklin's, and he goes to find this medicine woman who's using this alien device to heal others.
And keep in mind, he was only going to confront her because he thought she was doing a whole fake smoke and mirrors thing.
Oh yeah, and like uh, we heard this before from oh God, what's his name? Something's it was like Conrad Smith or something. You remember the fighter man, the boxer? But I guess the criminal also used this term, stroke off.
Walker Smith.
Yeah, Walker Smith. It's something like this supposed to be like a
From the best episode of season 1, TKO.
I remember one of the most like again, if these were done at separate times, the episode would have been fine. But the
Yeah.
fact that they mixed that very calm, very well done sit Shiva with would atone would it
Alien
base
WWE.
no, I wouldn't say that. No, what basically equivalents to
MMA or just
space.
boxing.
I would say Space Karate Kid or Space Bloodsport. Uh, so yeah, like that's kind of yeah. But yeah, the term stroke off, and then Franklin asks Garibaldi about the lady that's doing that sort of thing, Laura Rosen, and I guess she kind of had like a rough career that like they took away her medical license for like I can't even remember. It was like some sort of unethical surgery or something like that.
And she was very determined to like continue her work despite this.
Yeah,
And
and then
apparently this ancient device, like when used, like it's able to heal people at the cost of the user's life essence.
oh
Like it
yeah,
drains
yeah,
their
that was
years.
one of my notes. Oh shoot. Okay, for a second I thought I lost connection there. One of my notes literally has Londo taking Lanier to a titty bar.
I am quite uncomfortable.
And they mentioned well, they mentioned that detail. What was it? The we get that detail about Minbari that they cannot consume alcohol or they will be given oh gosh, what's the term? Like driven to like great deals of heavy rage.
Oh.
Which is why Londo quickly takes the glass away from the. Just get the water for him.
Yeah, he's
Spend
like, oh
time with.
yeah, no, we can't have that.
Well, he's partially. Remember, he's trying to show Lanier the ropes around Babylon 5. He's like, you'll see its spleen, its kidney, and Lanier. He didn't want to admit it, but he was kind of like looking at the ladies at the bar, especially on the stage. Like, oh yeah, he's a male too.
First time
And
for
then
everything, am I right?
yeah, then
Oh.
Rosen's daughter tells the whole tells Franklin the whole backstory about like how the mother's career was destroyed because of one mistake, and like now she's trying to like regain her life, trying to give her some semblance of happiness before she has to die. Of course, Franklin being the big softy, he does decide to help, and also tries to ask out the daughter because, of course.
Yeah.
And then Lanier starts telling Londo about the concept of probabilities, meaning Londo immediately, there's something we need to discuss. It's a little game that the humans call poker.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And then Londo gave Lanier a gambling addiction. Except not really.
Cheat, 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 cheat.
Yeah, well, pretty well. It, I guess I don't know with his probability. Okay, yeah, that's the daughter's name, Janice. He I listed my notice. Franklin rizzes up Janice. So Talia goes into the criminal who's named Mueller. She goes into his mind, and she
Mueller.
sees like yeah
Anyone?
Mueller.
Mueller. Sorry.
But no, she goes into his mind and she sees every single dead person, like everybody that he's killed. He's like, no, wait, stay for the symphony.
Ugh.
Like
Yeah.
he's that kind of like just mentally screwed up that like and I've heard something similar about like the Zodiac killer. Like apparently the whole reason he was killing people is so that when he reached the next life, he would have slaves in the afterlife.
Ugh.
And so in Mueller's case, it's like, oh, they all, when they died, they all had like beautiful singing voices, and he can hear the symphony basically.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, it's messed up. Yeah, they do play poker, and of course, Londo tries to cheat with one of his. Would you say that like that was like one of his genital tentacles, or just like
I don't want to
one of
think they're
his?
genitals. I just want to think that they're like extra limbs.
I would hope so because like
I'm saying it
the
now.
because
They're
when
limbs.
remember when someone
End of
rested a
discussion.
glass on it, he's like, "Ooh, suddenly feel cold all of a sudden."
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, like was that one of his genitals? I'm
They
like,
better be limbs.
it's
They
it's
better
like
be
that
limbs.
it's like that voice critical. It's like a voice critical watch this. He's pulling his gun.
He's pulling his cock out.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, we're just gonna say it's a limb that he was extending out.
Yes, yes.
That's
And
it. End
so
of story.
Garibaldi
Period.
checks on Talia after she like pretty much explains, and then Mueller escapes, which is not good. Not
No,
Not
good.
big surprise.
no big surprise. And then he escapes and corners. I forgot her name. And
Janice
then
and Laura Rosen.
Janice and Laurel.
Well, Laura was the name of the lady, and Janice is. But I guess
And
the
then he
what
threatens
Laura has
Janice
is
if.
called like
And
Lake
then
syndrome.
he threatens Janice if Laura won't heal him.
Yeah, she has like Lake syndrome. I guess even Mueller even got shot in the process. Like he had like a
Yeah,
little
he
arm
did.
wound.
That's why he
Hmm.
went to. That's why he held Janice hostage.
And then back at the gambling den, uh, Londo gets caught cheating with his appendage. And the one thing Londo learned that day, Lanier is very good in a fight.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like
I
good,
remember that
good.
scene. Lanier kicked ass, bro.
Lanier knows how to handle himself.
And then uh, Rosen, Laura Rosen decides to, because the guy's threatening her and her daughter and Franklin, um, she decides to switch the monitor. So suddenly that guy starts feeling Lake syndrome, like at the most like painful advanced
The most
stages that she's been dealing with.
excruciating.
And
Yeah,
that
like
kills him, doesn't it?
like she gets a second chance at life and it kills him. And what's interesting is like, and
She knows what
this
she did.
pretty well, yeah, this pretty much tells me Laura's character is a good person because even if that guy was an evil life, she still feels remorse over taking it, and she still feels guilt. And I'm like, good. That makes you a good human. Even if it's an evil life, if you still feel remorse that you had to take that life,
You're
that's
just a
good.
genuinely good person.
Yeah. So she like goes to Journey and possibly find like a better a better life for herself.
Yeah, yeah. Without her disease, her life expectancy lasts a few more decades.
Yeah. Yeah, and Basically, she's like, take care of my daughter, which we never see the daughter again. So yeah, there goes that problem.
Yeah,
But
Franklin will never be able to riz her up again.
yeah, pretty much. Or if he tried, it just didn't work out. But
Right.
Well,
so
um,
naturally, sounds like Annihilus hit something. But naturally, you okay, dude?
yeah, I was just leaning on my elbow weirdly, and it started to hurt, so I'm just shifting around.
So
Yeah.
naturally, Sinclair is livid that Londo and Lanier started a fight. He's blaming Londo, obviously, but then Lanier takes the blame. And I know
They're
you
both
don't want to
compliant
talk. I know you don't want to admit it, but uh, Londo did pretty much tell Lanier that appendage was.
Yeah.
He whispered it.
Oh God. Oh
Yeah.
God. Oh
Lanier
So
is now
no.
yeah.
scarred for life.
Oh dear
So
God,
you,
no.
once again, quote voice critter. He's pulling his.
Oh God, no.
Well, because you remember, he has a statue of like a fertility goddess that has both male and female genitalia,
They have gods
and
or everything, I swear.
yeah, at the bottom was the male genitalia, which was all those little tentacles.
Oh God. No. Oh my God. Nope, I'm gonna remain ignorant. Those are limbs. I'm
Anyway,
remaining ignorant for this one exception.
I understand. So, thoughts on the episode, gentlemen? We'll start with. Well, obviously, I'll start with myself. Um, I think it's a decent episode. Um, Not perfect. It's got its minor flaws, but that was all right. All right, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I would say it was like a pretty standard episode. I did like the Londo and Lanier side plots for its comedic uh for its comedic purposes as
Oh
usual.
yeah, because the whole time, Londo, you can tell Londo's taking advantage of Lanier. Yet, despite it, Lanier ends up taking the fall for him. So I'm like, oh, no, but that was nice of Lanier.
Yeah. And I find the like the main plots surrounding Franklin and then like the whole ancient alien device to be quite interesting. And especially the ending where like the criminal like dies from the disease and the old doctor still felt remorse even
You might
after
find
like
this
killing a
detail
very
interesting.
evil.
You might find
Yeah.
this detail interesting, Nick. The daughter does not return, but the device does in other
That's
episodes.
ironic.
That is the biggest irony. I'm like, okay, so you introduce this huge plot point, but you never bring back any of the characters that introduced the plot point.
Literally, like you could
you
have at
know
least
that
done
the
that.
device returns. We've seen it.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh.
I have
Well, yeah,
seen it.
that's in season 2. We did see a little bit of it, but we're only starting that. So,
Sorry,
all right,
sorry. I know the Palantir is a dangerous thing. I must not use it much.
all right, Nihilus, your thoughts on the episode?
Peak season 1. Not great, not bad. As the penultimate episode of season 1, it's kind of but as like just an average episode of the show, yeah, it's pretty good. I especially like Londo introduces Lanier to gambling, and Lanier was never the same.
Yeah, I mean, you forget that this is the penultimate episode, but there's like typically when there's a penultimate episode, it's supposed to lead into something bigger. But season 1 has no popular lead-in for a finale. It's just another. Again, it's not a bad episode, but it's just another episode. There's like no indication, like, oh, we're hitting close to the end.
Yeah,
I
just
think
another episodic episode.
I think in the when it was on HBO Max, this episode came before Babylon Squared, and then the episode with the telepath girl was the penultimate episode. But, well, the DVD order is the correct order, confirmed by JMS, so...
But yeah, like,
I don't know why HBO Max thought I could just do that. But, anyway,
I
shall
guess
we
they
move
want to
on to
like structure
Chrysalis?
it a little properly.
so
Just
HBO
like get the
Max.
episodic ones first.
Wait, HBO Max messed up the episode order.
Yes, for a couple of them. Although I don't know if that was based on JMS's word or not. But shall we move on to Chrysalis now?
Yes, we should. We should
All
move on to
right, the season
Chrysalis.
finale, the big one.
Yes.
Yep.
Watch your back,
So,
Garibaldi.
Oh god,
oh
yeah,
yeah.
watch your back.
Once again, watch your back. Yeah. But so this one pretty much opens with Londo and Jakar doing their usual thing where they're arguing over another pointless land war between this was our territory thousands of years ago, and the Centauri stole it like that.
Yeah, going back to episode 1.
Pretty much, yeah. Like this, the I mean, like
Just
Londo was
another.
not Londo. Jakar was more of an antagonist in the Gathering as well as like the first couple episodes. But like
Mhm.
by this point, we're used to him, and we're used to him arguing with Londo. Or
Yeah, we're just
wasn't there
used to
like a
them like butting heads.
wasn't there like a previous episode I recall where they bump into like the same guy and they're like, "Now look what you made me do." Like at literally at the same time, they're like that much at each other's throats.
Yes.
Yeah, there's like huge
And
beef between the two.
and hey, we've got a celebration. It is December 31st, 2258. New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, very special occasion.
Well,
And the
yeah,
president and President
President. Yeah, go ahead.
and President Santiago is on his way to B5 for a special address.
But little do they
That's why
know,
the other ones don't
things are
taste as
brewing
good, though.
behind the scenes.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
one of Garibaldi's contacts, a man named Petrov, comes in, literally telling Garibaldi with like a wound into his back, they're going to kill him. They're going to kill him before he dies.
Yep. And that prompts Garibaldi to go down the rabbit hole on that investigation, all the way down to, I think, Brown Sector, or somewhere else in down, at least somewhere in down below.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Brown Sector because he went to visit that one contact. Meanwhile, Sinclair finally gets the courage to propose to his longtime on again, off again fling, Catherine Sakai.
Ooh, ooh,
Woo!
ooh.
And she says yes. And then Dylan comes in and is all like, hey, if you want to know what happened to you at the Battle of the Line, I'll tell you everything, but you better come quick. It's a limited time offer.
Yeah, pretty much. And one of the most so another detail pops up. Londo goes back to his quarters and he's yelling at Veer. He's basically saying, "I have angered our gods." He's like, "Why? I have to give up an entire quadrant to to the Nar."
Yes, Quadrant 37.
And he, like I said, he has to let them. He has to let them take it.
Mm-hmm. And then Mr. Morden shows up.
And at that moment, everybody's like, "Oh
You make
shit!"
Can can I mention? Can I mention that Londo confuses ducks with cats?
Yes.
That's one of the best jokes in that episode.
It
One of
goes
those annoying
quack.
cats. Yes, cats. No, my note says, was it Delenn asks Kosh if this is indeed the time, and he says yes.
Show me. And then he lets her see what he looks like beyond the suit.
And then Londo ends up meeting with Mr. Morden, who pretty much tells him, uh,
Don't worry
hey,
about Quadrant
the
37. We got
yeah,
it.
yeah. He's like, what do you mean you guys? We'll take care of it. Just down the road, we'll ask you to do a favor for us. It's pretty much like he's getting in bed with the space ancient mafia, basically.
Yeah, and by we'll take care of it, let's just say an entire fleet is vaporized, like complete annihilation.
Yes, by the spider death ships.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it was a Narn fleet too. So and then Garibaldi plans to arrest a man named Devereaux who was involved in the Contact's thing.
Yep.
Sinclair appeals to Jakar to finally end the conflict because he's like, at some point, like this war it's going to destroy both of your peoples if you don't pull away. And there's even a moment where not Garibaldi, but Jakar's like, maybe he's right.
And then he receives news about Quadrant 37.
And he is completely mortified. Like he's not angry or anything. He's just kind of sitting there thinking, "Oh my god. Oh my god."
Yeah.
Like we don't see the usual comedic anger that he usually has. He's just kind of like sitting there like taking it all in and just thinking to himself like, "Oh my god,
And
what?"
then he finds something in the Book of Jaquan. Something, an inscription, a mural,
A
that looks
shadow.
exactly like, yep, a shadow. Or at
Well,
least
because
one
if
of
you
their
recall, he
vessels.
initially thought it was the Centauri that did a counterattack, but the
Yes.
Centauri government did nothing.
No.
And Londo's now getting praised, and he even tells. I recall he even tells Sinclair. He says, "I feel like we're past that point now." Speaking of Sinclair, him and Kathleen pretty much tell Garibaldi and Ivanova about the wedding. So it's the whole, I'm going to need a best man. She's going to need a maid of honor. And it seems like, despite the Narn Centauri thing, everything's kind of working out for them. And then Garibaldi, one of the things he finds is like PPGs without serial numbers.
And then he also finds encryption or jamming signal jammers that were programmed to jam all gold channel frequencies?
Yeah, all gold
And
channel
and
frequencies, and
those were exclusively for Earth Force One.
also, exclusively for Earth Force One. Also, the vice president just happens to get sick around this time, so he's not on Earth Force One. Yeah.
Convenient.
Suspicious.
So Garibaldi attempts to transmit a communication, to Earth Force One,
And he
only
can't
to get
because
shot
the
in the
signature
back
is up.
by Jack.
Yep, his second in command.
Watch your back,
Yeah.
Garibaldi.
Yeah, everyone's been telling Garibaldi, watch your back. And
Morgan Freeman narration. It turns out Garibaldi did not, in fact, watch his back.
It was at this moment
I wish I could tell
Garibaldi
you.
did not watch his back.
I wish I could tell you Garibaldi watched his back. I wish I could tell you he managed to save the president with no issue. I wish I could tell you that.
But I can't.
But I can't.
And then I just remembered the big New Year's celebration going off. Garibaldi exiting the elevator on the verge of death, and everyone just screaming.
Oh my god, somebody's been shot. Run away.
Really.
And of course, Jakar actually leaves the station, but leaves a message for Nataf, basically telling her there's someone else out there. There's another threat. Not just the League of Non-Aligned Worlds. There's another danger out there. And a prophecy basically begins. At the last minute, Garibaldi does get a message out they're going to kill the president, and then they find out about it, and just over IO, Earth Force One gets blown.
So other than
Yep.
that, everybody, how'd you enjoy the New Year's celebration?
And they literally tried hard to end it, like to get away from it.
Yeah.
But it
And
was a little too late.
I think it was just. I don't think it was like a mine or something that blew up the ship. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the explosions were all internal.
yeah, and
Someone
again,
probably
Londo by
rigged
this
the drive
point,
core
like
to explode.
he's like,
He's too
he's like,
deep in.
you wiped out an entire Narn's fleet. He's like, yeah, and Morden's like, yeah, this wasn't going to be easy. It's like, but rest
He's
easy,
too
your government's happy
in.
with you.
Yeah, he's too in with them to stop now. He is in debt to the space mob at that point.
Pretty
Oh
much.
yeah, that was the
And
worst
if you recall, there was
mistake.
that room again where Mr. Morden is talking to the invisible beings. He says, "When the time's right, Londo Mollari will do exactly what we want."
Because he won't have any other choice.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and it was kind of at that point, like, as much as I really liked Londo as a character, that
Yeah,
moment right there, it was not his best moment. I should have heeded your
but
warning, Angel.
yeah, no, I told you, like I love the guy, but at the same time, I there are times where I never hated him, but I did get disappointed in him, in his actions. And like I said, there are moments. CT's finally here, by the way.
Hi, CT.
You missed a lot of the discussion for the previous episode. We're just rounding up this one.
Mhm.
But yeah, and if I recall correctly, yeah. So like, the malfunction becomes a cover up because they're 100% certain that it's a malfunction. But
there's a
for
bigger
some people,
conspiracy behind it.
well, it's too much of a coincidence. Garibaldi's in surgery, and he's like pretty much at death's door. Vice President Clark is sworn in, and Kosh gets to say that very cryptic sentence to Sinclair. Should I say it, or do you want it, Nihilist?
I don't remember what it was. There's so many.
And so it begins.
Yes. And then we close out. Nothing's the same anymore.
Oh yeah, no, that was cryptic because Sinclair at this point, he's just like, nothing's the same anymore. Like his mind is like miles away after everything that's happened, and he's like, wow, this is messed up.
Absolutely.
And then on top of all of this, Delenn is now a butterfly.
In a cocoon. She's becoming a butterfly.
She's hibernating.
And well, you can see Lanier crying in that scene. He's not even sure if she's going to make it out of this alive or in one piece.
Yeah.
He's genuinely concerned for her, and there's even like a little moment while Garibaldi's in surgery where both Ivanova and Londo are watching and hoping he'll recover.
Everything is uncertain.
But that's for something for next season.
Out.
Yeah. So
always in motion is the future.
So thoughts on Chrysalis, the finale for season 1?
This kicks off everything that follows.
In my personal opinion, even though there wasn't a lead into it, this is a very strong finale because it this was risky too. Like, it wasn't even guaranteed that there'd be more seasons, 100%. And
he had his own plans that he had to change because of Michael O'Hare's circumstances.
Oh yeah, I guess from what I heard, Michael O'Hare was barely hanging on when they finished filming.
Remember, the guy who played Jack, aka the guy who shot Garibaldi, was also Michael O'Hare's wellness guy.
I think that's why they kind of limited, like with some of the later episodes, kind of limited some of Sinclair's scenes. Like they didn't limit it 100%, and so yeah, like so this episode is a very strong finale to season 1 because it straight up sets up what's soon to come. What about you, Annihilus? What are your thoughts on the episode?
I mean, you've outlined it pretty perfectly. I'm not sure what else I could add.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah, much like what Sinclair said, nothing's the same anymore after this. And after seeing like a preview of like episodes 1 and 2 from season 2, it really shows.
It feels different, doesn't like the it feels like the tone is shifted.
Yeah, like things are a little bit similar, but you can still tell that things are not the same as you would like see from the first season.
Yeah. Well, the first season it kind of felt like a generic sci-fi. Not that it's bad, but it felt like your run of the mill sci-fi series that's well written.
Yeah, your
season
daily
2,
episodic
however,
series.
Season 2, however, does still kind of feel like that, but it feels like it's building to something, and we'll get further into that now.
The finale of the first season, it still lingers on in everybody's mind.
Now, I'll ask CT his thoughts on both Quality of Mercy and Chrysalis. Quality of Mercy was the introduction of the machine, CT, the one that can heal by taking the life force of someone else.
Right.
And of course, Chrysalis is the finale where the president gets killed. Earth Force One gets blown up. Garibaldi gets shot in the back. What were your thoughts on these episodes?
I'm trying to remember what episode was the machine that had like the give.
That was the doctor lady and her daughter and the convict that was murdering people, and they wanted to brainwipe him. Because inside, Talia looked inside his mind, and like he has kind of like that Zodiac killer vibe, where like he kills people for a purpose, but his purpose is like so he can hear a beautiful symphony in his mind. All his victims are singing to him, basically. Twisted serial killer logic.
Well, it's good he's dead, and he died a very painful death, I guess.
Yeah, he did. And then Chrysalis was the big finale. Delenn goes in a cocoon. Londo gets in big with his government for wiping out an entire Narn force thanks to his space alien mafia from Mr. Morden. Garibaldi gets betrayed and shot in the back. Sinclair and Sakai had intended to get married, but now even that's on hold. The president was assassinated. So yeah, this was a very strong end to the first season. Now, Annihilus, I've kind of forgotten the details, or some of the details, but would you like to explain what would have happened alternatively?
I don't know the full story of it. From what I remember, Sinclair was going, it was a show called, Babylon Prime.
Yeah, it was going to be a follow-up. Okay, yeah. I can kind of fill in the gaps a little bit with that.
And the Minbari were going to start another war with humanity.
But for completely different reasons, as what we'll see with the divide that's there now.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the fact that, and the Vorlons were going to get wiped out pretty early on. But one of the biggest surprises, and Nick, I don't know how you would have felt about this, but the original intent was that Catherine Sakai was going to get mind raped and forget about her relationship with Sinclair, so that him and Delenn could get married.
Oh God!
I'm kind of glad that this didn't happen.
Yeah, this is a course correct.
Is very taboo.
Well, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, it's just kind of messed up.
You got to be a really good writer to come up with how to execute a plot line such as that.
No seasons survives contact with the first draft.
But yeah, like personally, even not everybody would agree, but like I feel like the direction they took Delenn with, they took Delenn with this one was much better, and you'll see when we get to season 2 and 3.
Right.
And of course, you already kind of got to meet the new commander of B5, Captain John Sheridan.
Yeah, I'm starting to get used to him.
You will just give him a little more time. He's definitely not he's not Sinclair. Sinclair was a bit more like he had his moments, but he was a bit more calm and calculated.
Oh yeah.
Whereas Sheridan is a bit more like he's calm and he definitely has intelligence, but he's a bit more of like the classic He-Man hero.
Yeah, more abrasive.
Yeah, and you even the way Bruce Boxleitner's tone is, you can tell he like when he's cool, and when he's angry, boy is he angry.
Yeah, it's all in the eyes.
But yeah, that was Quality of Mercy and Chrysalis, the finale to the first season of Babylon 5, and we are there. We got Nick there. Yay!
Oh, hallelujah! Finally.
Join us next time when we discuss season 2 and the introduction of Sheridan.
John Sheridan, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, gentlemen, this has been great. Anybody who's up for Discord after this, meet me there. If you're not,
yes,
we'll catch you on another time.
All right.
All right. Thank you for anyone who popped in or joined us. Thank you for everyone who's catching on the rewatch.
Sorry, I couldn't come on earlier. I had to work late.
That's all right, CT.
CT.
It's one time. Yeah, watch it. Hopefully, Garibaldi, keeps that sort of caution from now on.
Oh yeah.
All right, gentlemen. This has been a fantastic first season. I'll see y'all there in season 2.
I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Later, y'all.
Alrighty.